Happy Friday. We are back to talk about a couple player props that I like on PrizePicks. Welcome, guys. My name is DK. Like I said, we're talking about a couple player props I like for Friday's NBA slate. Also cover content for player prop sites like Underdog and Parlay Play. If you guys are not on Parlay Play, you can use the link down below for a $100 deposit match bonus. It's a player prop site. You can put up to 75x your money, and they do offer a ton of different sports. I do say in these videos all the time, but my best advice is get on as many of these sites as possible. And then when you do want to take a prop, say like, oh, I want to bet on Jalen Brunson tonight. Well, you can search through each of these sites and, you know, there's going to be one that offers better value than the other. So best advice is do that long term. That'll help your ROI for sure. And I also cover kind of for daily fantasy sports. I broke down the 11-game NBA DFS slate. Uploaded that video last night. So if you guys are interested, check that out. Also cover content for NFL DFS. All right, so let's recap the last couple days. Again, apologies for not getting videos up there. So last video, we did not end up taking the play because RJ Barrett ended up playing. And thankfully, he did, because I think Schroeder had 5 assists at half and then did not have any in the second half. That would have been pretty tilted. Also, Schroeder did not come back in that game. But thankfully, did not take that play because RJ Barrett ended up sitting out. So that was nice. But this was probably the worst beat of my life. I wanted to show you guys this. So I had a full sweep on Underdog the other day, 5-0. We had Suggs, we had Strus, we had Fox, we had Lillard, and we had Sabonis. Poole was one that I left out on Underdog because his fantasy score was like 30-something, so it was a bit too high for me over there on Underdog. That was one miss on PrizePicks though, but yeah, left that one out on Underdog. So I had a full sweep on Underdog going. Max Strus had 29 fantasy score. The line was 26.5. Okay, listen to this. He proceeded to go for 3 straight turnovers, did not record another stat, and then got subbed and hooked. Now, I've been doing this for 10 plus years. I've been playing sites like PrizePicks. I've been playing on PrizePicks for 4 years or so. This is probably the worst beat that I've ever had in my gambling career. I'm not kidding. I was going to make a video that night, and I didn't have the energy to tilt. I was still a little bit under the weather. I just like, you know what? I'm taking NyQuil, and I'm going to bed. So that was insane. The worst beat I think I've ever had. Again, Strus had 29. He had 29.1. His line is 26.5. 3 straight turnovers. You can't make it up. Still had a good day overall. Still went 4-1 on Underdog and 4-2 on PrizePicks. Went 2-1 on my NBA plays yesterday, so it's been profitable. And yeah, so we can keep it going. Also, I've seen a couple comments. Someone asked what my record is. Record doesn't mean anything, right? I have a Pickett that tracks every single play that I play. Third party backed, right? It's not because what you see, a lot of these people on Twitter are scammers. They can just make up their record. They don't have any third party backing up their data. They can just say, you know what, I'm 102, and no one's going to doubt me because it's in my bio, right? So be very careful about people like that. If they do not have a public Pickett or a third-party app tracking all their plays, then they are a losing player / scammer. All my plays are backed up on Pickett. I have about 23% ROI. I'm a top 1% better. All that data. I've had 2+ years of data there. So go check that out on Pickett, guys. Username is DKDFS if you are curious about my play here. Yeah, so wanted to mention that. Very important too, because I've exposed some people. I have a PrizePicks police video of a guy that claimed he was winning like a 90% rate. I went in, I subbed to him, I tracked every single play. He was a losing player. Ended up exposing him. He deleted his account. If you guys are curious, that video is still up, the PrizePicks police video. And I can do that for a lot more of those big names on Twitter that are losing players that have private Pickets. Yeah, most people are scammers, so be careful out there. That's all I'm going to say. Be careful, because that's one thing I cannot stand are the scam artists. Yeah, so let's talk about these 2 plays, though. And again, apologize, still a little bit under the weather. So first player we're going to look to is going to be a fantasy score prop. We're looking at De'Aaron Fox at 46 fantasy score, and we're going to take less than 46 fantasy score here for De'Aaron Fox. Let's talk about the reasons why. I know it's a decent matchup here against the Spurs, but you have to factor in the Spurs team is not great. Right, the Spurs are also missing Devin Vassell. So the Spurs are missing one of their better players. Trey Jones also doubtful. And Trey Jones is not huge, but he's a rotation player for them, right? He's a guy off the bench that can play decent minutes. So they're missing one of the better players in Vassell. They're missing a solid, bench piece in Trey Jones. And this Kings team has been very solid. So there is blowout risk. There's about a 9-point spread. And De'Aaron Fox last game, I want to say he had like 5 steals. We can't expect that again. Yeah, he had 4 steals last game. So there is a little bit of blowout risk for Fox. This is a fully healthy Kings team. I mean, they're missing Lyles and Len, but again, that's not really important. Fully healthy with the main guys. The bonus is a guy that can dominate. And again, if this game gets out of hand, which is definitely possible, you're going to lose minutes for a guy like Fox. So 46 fantasy score, I think, is just a little bit too high. I would say his fantasy score projection should be set at like 43, 44. So just a couple points too high, in my opinion. We're going to take less than 46 fantasy score here for De'Aaron Fox as pick number 1. And what I always say with taking unders, too, is there's a lot more outs, right? Unders are just sharper long-term bets than overs. And here's the reason, right? You could have foul trouble, right? Fox could get in foul trouble. It's possible. He could get injured. That's possible. He could get ejected, right? He could have just a really bad shooting game. This game could blow out. So you got to think about it. It's like, oh, there's way more outs for unders than overs. There just are. We're going to take less than 46 fantasy score here for De'Aaron Fox. So I cannot wait for him to finish with the game with 7 steals. 46 fantasy score. We're taking under on De'Aaron Fox, pick number 1. And the second one we'll be looking to is going to be Goga Bitadze. PRA prop is, where is he at? Where's the mat? Oh, there they are. Hold on. Where is Bitadze? So his PRA prop is at 18.5. And we're going to take less than 18.5 PRA here for Goga Bitadze. Now, the last 5 bros will like this pick, right? Because he's gone under in 4 of the last 5 games. One game he did go over. He went for 28 in their most recent game. But here's the thing with Goga Bitadze. Most of the time, they are not closing with him, right? There's no Wendell Carter Jr., but he's splitting minutes right now with him and Mo Wagner. And also, they have shown that the Magic, they can go small, and they can throw Jonathan Isaac out there at the 5 at times. So we've seen numerous occasions now where Bitadze is not closed. He kind of had an outlier good game last game. Like, I agree. He had a good game last game, but I'll say that's a bit of an outlier. I want to say the last couple games, he shot like 75% from the field, which you can't expect that to continue either. So pretty good chance that he does not close. This is a very low total game, too. If you take a look at the over-under, this game sitting at like 215 or something. Here, I can bring it up. It's a low total one. So the Kings, Spurs, again, that's about a 9-point spread. Whereas, Magic, Bulls, 215. I think that's the lowest of, I believe that is the lowest of the games tonight. So we're going to take less than 18.5 PRA for Goga Bitadze's pick number 2. And what I said about Fox, same thing with Goga Bitadze, right? And you think about it, unders are just sharper long-term bets because there's way more outs. And it's not like I take overs all the time too. When there's value, I'm going to take overs. But I'm saying people don't like taking unders, right? No one does. If you look at like sportsbook data and all that, it's like 90+% of people take overs. And there's a reason that sportsbooks are profitable, right? It's because people, the public especially, they only want to take overs. I'm going to take wherever I think the value is, whether it be over or under. And right now for these plays, I'm leaning the under on both. Again, Bitadze, we went over the reasons, right? PRA line, I think, is just set a little bit too high. He's kind of had outlier shooting performances over the last couple of games. Not a guarantee to close. I would say it's likely he does not close. And a very, very low total game sitting at 215. So those are the 2 picks for today. We're taking 2 unders, guys. We're taking Bitadze under 18.5 PRA, and we're taking De'Aaron Fox under 46 fantasy score. As always, if you guys do enjoy these videos, just make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I may be posting some more on Twitter as well. Make sure to give me a follow over there. Closing in at 16K followers on Twitter. Also, if you guys are watching this and not subscribed, I think we're a few away from 20K subscribers, so I'd really appreciate that. And yeah, if you guys look for more picks, I post a ton over on Patreon. You can check out my Patreon link down below if you guys are interested in something like that. Thanks again. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you guys all in the next video.